Hey all, it's Nightstryke. Clover Tech was doing a live chat just a little bit ago, and then he got NSA popped. He got kicked out of his own chat. So I decided to start mine up because I wasn't sure whether it was just him that was having problems or if it was Hangout that was doing it. Either way, I just started one up. So fuck it, we'll do it live. Sorry for the cursing. I didn't need to. I've been trying to hold back. But yes. Clover, I sent you an email, so go check your mail. I mean, I can just add in here this way too. So Clover Tech. There we go. Invitation posted. Let's see if you can get in that way. Ta-da. So go there so I can see the chat. Anybody else wants to jump in? Just go ahead and jump in. I'll try and keep tabs on the whole thing. Oh boy. Google is being, Google is bad. Though I can't promise that GunTube Hangouts will be any better. Oh, AWAG has decided to grace us with his presence. I see how it is. He only shows up when we don't need him, but when we need him, he's gone. All right. All right. This isn't really a hit or miss chat. This is just Sunday rambling chat. So we'll just talk about whatever. I mentioned this, and we were talking about this in Clover's, and I may just get myself kicked off, but I probably tomorrow or Tuesday I am going to go to Taco Bell and get both thing of fries, the fries box and the fries grande, because that looks delicious, and I have to try it out, and I will do a review on that. So check that out.
The fries are pretty good. I had it last night.
Thanks. And hey, roll call. Hey, if you want Mr. 1980s mustache, check out roll call, because he's got one. And I know roll call, I'm giving you shit, but only because I can, because it's funny. Roll call's got that 1980s, cop mustache. I'm not kidding. So, what's going on with you, AWAG?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So is this a new thing that you're going to do, Sunday ramblings?
I may not, but Clover Tech was live, and he was having problems. Hey, Clover, can you jump in? Can you check your mail? I gave you a link. Even if you have to use your phone, do it. Because it dropped mid-sentence. Some of us kind of want to hear what you had to say at that point.
Oh, geez. Making a mess. I got Set Me magazines everywhere.
Now, are they Set Me magazines or are they HKG3 magazines?
I have 3 Set Me magazines and the rest are HKs. I have like 9.
I have no Set Me magazines and I've got like 10 G3 mags.
It's funny.
Because I bought them when they were like $2 a piece.
I have an HK. Crap. I think it's a 35 rounder magazine that I jerry rigged in a in the arm show in the gun show parking lot. So that's 15 rounds, but it's reversible, but you have to do a few things.
Oh God. Clover,
Well,
can
that's
you
with
say?
all the magazines that are blocked for
Yeah,
New
I'm here.
Jersey.
Okay.
Oh, hi. Hi, Clover Tack. What's up?
Hashtag YouTube hates Taco Bell.
Yeah, I know.
Hashtag New Jersey hates gun owners because starting in March, their mandatory assault rifle, what is it, registers, and they're killing the 15-round magazine to 5 rounds.
Hey, AWAG,
Wow.
when are you coming down to South Carolina and help me start Nightwagon Gunworks?
Soon.
Start the Nightstryke religious compound. What? What did you say? What did you say?
Night
No,
wagon. That's
no,
night wagon
it's
to you, mister.
The night wagon religious compound. Okay, I got you.
no, it was a joke that we were talking about. Travis, one of
It's
the
not a
Trav I
joke
came up with.
anymore.
Better be careful with that. They'll bring Janet Reno out of retirement and stick her on you.
Oh no, she's dead.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, Janet Reno's dead.
You sure?
Oh, I'm.
Oh, when did she die? Seriously? She did a couple years ago.
Man, don't take this the wrong way,
I
but
missed that.
when she died, I had a party. I literally had a party when she died.
She was weird to say the least. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well,
Strange.
I've got my own beef with the Clinton administration.
You got your own beef with everybody. It's like it means nothing anymore. Not right. Your beefs mean nothing because you have a beef literally with everybody over every little thing. So
this thing wasn't little. So
this is extra rare beef.
Extra rare beef.
That's why I held a party when she died.
Kobe beef.
Hey, that shit's expensive.
Filet, man.
That's why it costs like $100 per steak.
It's good steak, though.
Yeah, I won't lie, but all they do is with the Kobe beef, how they feed the cattle is they feed it nothing but sake and grain. They don't give it grass.
Yep.
They give it
it's good
sake,
meat, though.
sake and grain. So
it's like a drunk cow.
Those cows probably don't feel it when they slaughter them.
No.
Because they're so drunk on sake, they're just out there.
Well, here's what the local cattle farmers around here do is when they want to try and get something that's similar to that, and they do a really good job, is they just feed the cows a bunch of apples because the cows have 4-chamber stomachs. It ferments before it gets to the last one, so as soon as they feed them all apples, they get drunk within a few days. It's hilarious. You just have like drunk cattle stumbling everywhere.
I am not from South Carolina. I live in South Carolina. C4 Defense.
Grim says, "Where's the beef?"
I'm originally from Mesa, Arizona. Originally, so.
Scott says you're just ticked off about the Branch Davidians.
The branch of the what?
The Branch Davidians. Scott says you're just ticked off because of the Branch Davidians. That's why you don't like Janet Reno.
No, it's worse than that. My entire family doesn't like Janet Reno.
Oh, is she related? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Are you related to her and you hate the fact that you're related to her? That's what it is, isn't it?
Hell no. If I was related to her, I would have killed her myself.
It's Auntie Janet.
No, if I was related to her, I would have killed her myself. Instead of letting natural causes.
Don't play with your Nerf guns around me.
Yeah.
No. Just stop.
Stop it.
So Tardot's from Waco. Is that right?
Tardot's not. Well, he from Waco? He doesn't live in Waco. Maybe from Waco.
Are you sure the ATF didn't burn down your house? I'm sorry, that was a little too soon.
Ooh. Well, no, he's not part of that biker gang, is he?
Oh, the ATF didn't burn that down. They burned it down themselves. Come on.
Yeah. So, what else?
Oh, I don't know. Jusma will be on in a minute. Plug Jusma. Plug Jusma. Plug Jusma.
You do it.
Okay, Jusma will be on in a minute. I just did. That's what I just said.
There we go. Jillsman Outdoors is going to be live in a minute. I don't know what he's doing. So. Waco, we ain't coming out. Okay, that's what that means.
We ain't coming out.
ATF did do shady shit in Waco. That's why we mentioned it.
Oh man,
good neighbor. Where are you from in South Jersey? Well, you lived. I see the past tense in lived. Yeah. So 5 rounds are gonna suck.
Speaking of since we're talking about the Branch Davidians and all that, so I had what was it, 2 weeks ago? Yesterday, I guess I had all my oral surgery stuff, right? So I was in that chair for like, I don't know, an hour and a half, something like that. And the dentist and the oh heck, I don't know, the dental assistant, I guess it would be. Anyway, they were talking about stuff, and the dentist was talking about he spent like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or something. He worked at the office in Waco, right? And he was talking about the Branch Davidians and how there was actually a lady that worked in his office that was a Davidian. And he was talking about how weird she was and all this stuff. So, well, that was a very interesting conversation.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good replacement for anesthetic.
Yeah, something like that. So I like the drugs. Sorry. Give me drugs. Give me drugs.
He'll just put you to sleep.
I don't want to be put to sleep. I want to be awake. Just give me some good stuff so I don't feel it.
Oh, you felt it anyways.
No, actually I didn't. They did a wonderful, wonderful job. They're very good at what they do, I must say. I was impressed. Of course, for the amount of money it costs, they should have been. But yeah, they were. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
What were you having done? You just taking your
Oh man, I had all the rest of them pulled and plates and all done. So yeah, pretty major.
As I said before, I still have all my wisdom teeth, so that's probably why I'm a wise ass.
Right. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's it.
Well, you know, at least it gives me an excuse. I mean, I don't want to be a wiseless ass. So, but yeah, when I was, several years ago when I was getting fillings, and the dentist I had, he's like, okay, I want to schedule time to have your wisdom teeth taken out. And I go, hold on there. I'm not feeling any pain. They're not bothering me. They're in straight. They're not doing anything wrong. Why do you want to take them out? Well, you normally have to get them taken out because they won't function properly. And I go, okay, so let me get this straight. I don't feel any pain whatsoever right now, but you want me to pay you hundreds of dollars to induce pain and take them out. And he's like, well, no, we give you anesthetics. But I looked at him straight in the eye and I said, you're a dentist. That still makes you a doctor. What happened to do no harm?
The medical doctor, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's still a doctor.
Yeah, dentists don't take that oath, do they?
I'm pretty sure they have to take an oath.
Oh, are you sure?
I got a question for you guys. Is the government shutdown still in effect, or did they resolve that?
No, they resolved that.
That sucks. Wish it would have kept going. Like, forever.
Same. I love it when the government doesn't work.
There is a Hippocratic oath for dentists, and it's do no intentional harm to patients.
I can be shut down perpetually as long as the Walmart stays open. I'm good.
As long as the Walmart stays open, it's good. There you go. And yes, the dentists take an oath as well. So there you go. But that's why I never had my wisdom teeth taken out. I mean, I'm 34 right now, and this was done seven or 8 years ago when I was in my 20s. And if they haven't hurt me now, I don't think I'm gonna have any problems. So, knock on wood, of course. Next day I wake up and find out I need to have all my teeth pulled then. Yeah, right? So, what were you talking about before you got NSA popped?
I was talking about my Taco Bell order. The freaking hashtag YouTube hates Taco Bell hit me. God. No, what I was saying was that, and I don't know, there's Taco Bells all across the country, so I just know it happened around here, but for forever, Taco Bell had rice. They had regular, orange looking, whatever, seasoned Mexican rice, right?
Right.
So then one day I go in and it's some white rice, like Uncle Ben's white rice with a little bit of like cilantro in it or something. And I'm like, what is this crap? And you mix that in with your pintos and cheese. I mean, and it's okay, but it's nothing like the seasoned rice. So a few weeks back, I go in there and they've got the seasoned rice back around here. And I was like, oh, thank God. But no, my usual order, cheesy gordita crunch, Doritos taco, soft taco, 2 pintos and cheese, and rice. So, yeah. But tonight I had to add the nacho fries to it. So,
yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some this week, and I'm gonna do a video just like Matt did. But I'm actually going to eat it and give my impressions of it. So, not to copy Matt, but just because I want to give my own take on it.
Well, here's the deal: French fries and nacho cheese is good. So, you put a little hamburger meat, some other stuff on there. I mean, come on.
It's not like it's gonna be bad.
Come on. And I mean, I eat the barbecued baked potato with the meat and the, all the other stuff and whatever on it. I love those. So I mean, that's a potato with meat on it. So I mean, it's got to be good, man. Come on, taters and meat and cheese. Come on, man. That's like the 3 food groups, dude.
Yeah. But there's 4 food groups, right? Beans, bacon, whiskey, and lard, right? That's the 4. That's the 4 food groups.
I guess.
What about bacon?
Bacon is bacon. It's just bacon.
Bacon. Yeah, something like that. Oh man. Anyway.
You sound so happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was 10 minutes away from the chat being over anyway. 10 minutes would have been 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? You got to do that to me? Really? So now you got to wait for the stupid thing to process right because it got all hung up. And I mean, it just, what a pain in the butt when stuff like that happens,
Absolutely.
Hey, Clover, how was SHOT Show? Two Hotties asking.
That show was awesome, man. A lot of work. Talked about it Friday. Disappointed on some levels because I wasn't able to get done everything I needed to get done. But I think that's a perpetual thing that you just got to put up with SHOT Show. I don't think you'll ever go in there and get done everything you want to get done because there's just so much in there you can do. So, yeah, that's something I just got to come to terms with and live with. But, yeah, it was. It was fun. It was great to get to hang out with everybody, and it's great to get to meet a lot of the people with the companies and other stuff, and it was neat.
DF2 says when you go to Taco Bell and get those fries, tell them Never Enough Ammo sent you. No, I won't do that. I'll just tell them Edge sent me. Or I'll just tell them I know Edge.
They'll say who?
They will.
Never Enough Ammo. Who's that? Who is that?
The Juice is saying not one HK vid. Fuck you. Wow. That's kind of harsh, man.
One HK vid
for one of those grenades that HK made. They only made 2 of them.
HK vid for what? What are we talking about?
HK is now making the MP5 in the United States.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Who else said something? Somebody said something. I think Gunny Yeager said something. He said, should I still get an AR-15 or should I wait until I move out of state? Well, if you're in New Jersey, I'm going to tell you to wait because 5 rounds in an AR is not fun. I've done it before just to see what people in other states have to deal with. I got to be honest. You're switching out mags way too many times.
I'm going to interject. As a New Jerseyan, a not so very proud New Jerseyan, I would say actually yes, get the AR as soon as you can, because apparently the bill is supposed to hit our little government entity in March. So there could be a possibility that we'll resist it. I doubt it. But still, you still have 2 months to get what you have.
And I disagree because if you go to another state, you can get a full complete AR instead of one that requires you to shave the bayonet lug off.
True.
Okay, because you get an actual AR, not like a lookalike with features removed. Because that's not an AR.
Why do you have to shave the bayonet lug? Some barrels don't come with that. I don't understand.
Well, I don't like seeing AR-15s without bayonet lugs where they should be on that A2 front sight.
God. Oh, on the A with the A2. Okay.
Yeah, if it's got an A2 front sight, it has to have a bayonet lug.
Okay, I'm on board now. Okay.
That's what I was talking about, Clover. So.
But I built an AK and 2 AKs, and I had to grind the bayonet lugs off. And actually, I milled down the where the bayonet lugs are, and it actually looks really clean. I honestly like it better without the lugs sticking out and the cleaning rod rattling around. It looks real clean.
But if you move, it's not hard to weld one back on.
I know.
And I'm gonna implore you, AWAG, if you move out of state and you are in a state where you can't have a bayonet lug, you change those things right back.
Hidden gels must supposed
Gun Yeager, I could build you an AK. That's my new thing now.
So what rifle should I get then? Well, I would watch out with AWAG's AKs because some of them do blow up in his hands.
Hey, they didn't blow up. They were just showing high pressure zones because the ammunition was 2000s oversized.
Oh.
That's just what he says now.
2000?
I have documentation on it.
It was 2000s over tolerance or 2000 over spec?
The bullet diameter was 2000s more than the maximum dimensions of the inside of the barrel.
Okay, so it was over tolerance, 2000 over tolerance then. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you got to realize when you're talking spec, you have spec and then you have tolerance. So the gun world generally works within like a 5,000 tolerance usually. So, but yeah, that would do it. Gelsman's on, by the way.
Yeah, what does Gelsman do on Sunday nights? Does he just do food?
You. This is his new Spec Ops Sunday, SOS.
Oh.
Which is kind of neat, I guess.
That means we'll be losing.
I don't know if he's called it SOS or not, but he should.
Gelsma is on, so if you want to go watch Gelsma, go watch Gelsma. I won't be hurt.
Well, I'm going to go watch Gelsma.
Now I'm hurt.
I'll stay here with you, buddy.
Okay, you know what? We're closing this thing up.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is.
No, I'm kidding. I'll at least stay the hour. So we got
Wizard Gary is staying.
You know, if Gary wants to jump in, he could jump in.
I will give you a verbal sticker, a verbal golden star.
See, is Gary on Gun Channels right now? Not. I don't want Gary in here because I want to hear his impressions about the Spectrum because he just got a Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Gary, come in here and talk about your Spectrum. And not your gender spectrum.
The gender spectrum. That's freaking hilarious.
The Taurus Spectrum.
The gender spectrum. Love it.
Lord, guys, come on.
Love it. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go find Jolsman now. Later.
Later.
Bye. Tell him I said hi. Okay, we're not.
There. That's a link to Gary. Nightstryke, do you have those balls hanging on the back of your truck too? No, I do not. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're the bull balls that people put on the back of their truck. It's so dumb. Like practically every pickup truck in New Jersey has them, and they're the chrome ones at that.
No, I live in the South, dude. The only thing people put on our trucks in the South is the Confederate flag because we can't fly it at the state capitol anymore because of, social justice warrior facts.
No, that's what they do here too. Is oddly enough, there's so many people with Confederate flags on the back of their trucks. It's just like you're really far above the Mason-Dixon line, so you're really, it's so historically inaccurate.
Yeah, all of your ancestors fought for the Union. What's your fucking problem?
I know. I don't get it.
I mean, at least my family had people on both, and one of them even became president. So whatever. Yes, I mentioned this before, but I am related to a president.
Cool.
My dad's grandmother, her family, it goes down the line, but somewhere her family was part of the, somewhere down the line, her family was part of the Harrison family.
Oh, cool.
So there's that.
Oh, geez, Jumpy brought up the Tide Pods.
We're not doing the Tide Pods challenge. And Nick, I don't care that you sold the Nambu. I don't give a damn. It'll probably kill someone else. So there you go. And Nick, you told me that the last 3 times I saw you. I don't care. And before you ask AWAG, he had a Nambu he got for I think he got it for $500. And he's like, I'll sell you my Nambu. And I'm like, I'll give you $100 for it because I'm not buying that as a usable firearm.
See, I would have bought it just to take it apart, re-engineer it, and make it better.
The problem about the Nambu pistols is he got the one that literally will kill you if you fire it. And if you take it apart, it will probably break. It's one of those. And quite honestly, I don't want to be in 100 yards of one of those things. Unless they're behind a glass case and not operable.
You want to know a funny story about the SETME and the HK rifles? And practically any 308 semi-automatic that's magazine fed is that Crayola crowns fit perfectly in the magazine.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
No, it's hilarious.
You and your Crayola.
I know.
And
I want to see if a Tide Pod will fit into a magazine.
Nick's saying he never shot it. Yeah, I wouldn't either, considering those guns, considering the troops that were issued those guns didn't even want to shoot them. And Gunyeager, I don't think you want to go back to Virginia with as liberal as it's getting.
Just move across the bridge to Pennsylvania.
Virginia is not a friendly place.
I hung out in Philadelphia last night, contrary to what I actually wanted to.
Scott Pacini says I should get a Bulgarian Makarov and sell it to Travis at $100 overpriced. Yes. I would if Travis would buy it. But I'd have to be ironic and get it from Classic Firearms before he did.
You know what's funny is I'm gonna admit this now, but I went to the Philadelphia car show last night, and I snuck a huge ass like survival knife. I had it in my my back pocket. I snuck it into the car show. Nobody batted an eye. It was hilarious. Just shows you how easily you can sneak a weapon into something like that. There's no security at all. It's kind of sad.
Well, it's like the gun show I went to yesterday. They had the signs all around that said no loaded weapons allowed in gun show, but there wasn't a metal detector or nothing. Nobody checked it. You could have walked right.
No guns at the gun show.
Yeah, and I don't understand the logic in that because I bought a gun and I could have easily went and bought a box of ammo and it would have took me 5 seconds to load the gun. So what the hell's the point of not allowing people to carry their concealed carry weapons?
Yeah, which is funny because you can buy the gun and the ammunition at the same gun show, and literally when no one's looking, you could probably load the magazine and go nuts.
You can go to the bathroom and load it, like for real.
If you were crazy.
I didn't notice.
I mean, do they not know this? Or, I don't know. Some things just don't make sense.
What do you want to know about the Spectrum?
So, tell us about the Spectrum. How much did you get it for? What your initial impressions are of it, that kind of thing.
$270 is what I paid for it.
That's a pretty good price.
I thought it was. Well, it's the first one I've actually seen in the live. And so I thought, well, I better have this, And let me press the right button here. And there is Mr. Spectrum.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's very curvy.
What's that slot there on the left side for?
In the left side. Oh, where the serial number is, you mean?
Oh, that's a serial number slot?
Yeah.
It's fancy.
It looks blurred out, so
it's hard to read even if you're up close to it. It's real small. And then you'll notice there's no slide serrations on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a dimpled groove.
Got these rubberized grip panels that are embedded into the slide.
Really? That's cool.
And then you've got the same rubber is inlaid in the back of the grip.
Move it to your right a little bit. Right there. Perfect. Yeah. Wow.
That's a rubber inlay. That's a rubber inlay. So the grip feels really nice. The takedown on it's real simple because you just got a quarter turn on this thing, and then the slides right off. And then it resets.
And you use a tool, or is it just like a screwdriver or something?
Screwdriver will work. Coin. In my video I did today, I actually used just the edge of a spent 380. If I got a spoon here, this will work probably.
A spoon.
There we go. As soon as I did that, the slide started to come off. And
nice.
That's really neat.
There's your slide. That spring is actually flat, which is kind of weird. It's damn hard to get back in there.
Yeah, don't remove it any further if you don't want to.
No, I won't, because I used some neat language earlier. But when you slide this back on, it resets back to normal. It's ready to go.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Now the
that
only
is really cool.
major downside I see to it, it's got practically 0 for sights.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, it's a close range gun anyway. You're not going to be doing 25-yard shots with it.
Yeah. That front sight's awful.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
That comes with 2 mags. This one's got the pinky extension on it, and the other one is just a flush.
Oh wow. See, that's what I can't stand with compact guns is my hands are like these huge like bear paws pretty much. I cannot grab hold of a compact handgun. Even a officer's model 1911 is difficult for me.
And here's the funny thing, AWAG. I got small hands, so it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, me too.
You lucky bastard.
No, not lucky, because when I get a gun where it's got, it's really thick, my hand can't get all the way around it sometimes.
Yeah, half the guns are on the market today. If I look at them in the gun store, I can't get. If I hold on to it right, I cannot reach the trigger all the way with my fingertip.
Right, so
I have to rotate around. Then I don't have a good grip on a gun anymore.
But that Spectrum is really cool. So.
Well, we're going to find out how really cool it is in the next day or two when I take it.
Yeah.
Which may be tomorrow, since tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, my.
Laser beams.
You and your lasers.
Yeah, I'm taking a week off for vacation, by the way.
Yeah, with my SIG, it's these things have got a pretty decently sized grip on it. So, I mean, my thumb pretty much is being real friendly with my middle finger. So, I do like the TLR 3 that I have on it. This thing's bright as hell.
So I'm going to take my test on Wednesday.
Cool. I wish you the best of luck.
For your jury permit?
CCW.
Sweet.
So we'll see how well that goes. Because in South Carolina, if I can get that permit, then I just have to fill out the 4473, but they don't have to call Nix.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Saves so much time.
Yeah, and man,
I wish they could do that in New Jersey, but New Jersey hates gun owners.
In the shop I go to, he always asks me, "Do you have a CCW?" And I go, "No, I've been meaning to get one." He goes, "You really need to get one. It hardly takes anything. All you have to do is just spend 8 hours in a classroom one day, and you're good." So I went and signed up for it. I'm taking it at PSA. So
when I was at the gun show yesterday, and I told the guy I wanted to buy the gun, first thing came out of his mouth was, he said, "Do you have a concealed carry permit?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "Thank God you just made my life a lot easier."
Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to writing out a 4473. I've done it before. And I know some people get delayed and whatnot a lot of times, but every time I always put – I don't know why I do it, but I've always put my social security number on the 4473. I know there's good and bad with that, but I figured, you know what? I haven't done anything wrong, so even if I do put it on that form, what's the worst that's going to happen? They say no. So
yeah, that's what I do here. Is I always put my social security number on when
I know some people don't,
rifles.
And they don't believe they should have to, and it is optional. But the issue is, it's unfortunately it's a way where they can identify whether you are a good person or a bad person. Because believe it or not, every criminal's
your ass kind of deal.
Every criminal's social security number is in a database. I'll tell you that right now. Because there is such a thing as a criminal database. And all their social security numbers are in there.
You take a look at what I'm sharing right now. That's the target I had to shoot.
Why does that look like a Coke bottle to me?
It's a full size. Supposedly it's like an FBI target or something like that. But I think I took 5 shots at.
Looks like a bowling pin.
6 shots at 5 yards, 6 shots at 7 yards, and 3 shots at 10 yards or something like that. And you had to land like 16 shots in the light.
Yeah.
Which, as you can see, I was 25. It's pretty easy. But there were people who failed it in my class.
Really?
That's a big target.
I mean, quite honestly, if you can just get it on target within where you can actually score the target, normally that's good enough.
Right.
I mean, granted, they want you to have good shot placement and whatnot, but they're not going to fault you for not being, a dead shot.
Of course, I wasn't shooting my 380 when I took the class. I actually took my PT 111 G2 shooting 9mm, which I'm a lot better at. Because it's a bigger gun.
I'm going to take the 1911, and I think I'm going to take probably the 7-round mags I got instead of the 8 rounds or the 10-round mags, because there's no point in using 10-round mags, and I'm not going to carry those. I'm probably going to get just bring the 7-rounders I got. They fit, they work just fine. So
now the Sandhill shooter, he joined the chat.
With the gun you're going to carry, and you actually have to tell them what gun you're going to carry, but not in my state.
In South Carolina, you're not required to. You're just required to tell them that you are carrying,
right?
Or you're going to carry.
Now, if you get pulled over, do you have to notify?
I believe in South Carolina, if you are pulled over, you do have to tell them.
Okay, we don't have to tell them. I always do anyway.
But from what I've heard from local law enforcement here in town, and just from even the sheriff himself, probably the best thing to do is just take it out of take the card out of your when you give him your driver's license, just give him your CWP card as well. So,
well, I hear tell that they've got a registry that basically tells them on your license plate whether that owner also has a CCW permit or not. So they pretty much know when they pull you over.
Yeah, you'd think that, but in South Carolina, there probably is, because we get our CCW through the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division.
Although we've got constitutional carry here, so I think they just assume everybody's carrying.
Yeah, we don't have that here in South Carolina, and it's funny that we don't have constitutional or open carry, considering the South Carolina was the first state that seceded from the Union.
Yeah, you'd think.
You'd think they'd be able to open carry or constitutional carry, but nope, they don't want them rebelling again, apparently.
Yeah, I could have a 12-gauge shotgun sitting in the seat next to me loaded. They wouldn't say a thing.
I mean, but that's not to say that I can't carry it. The thing is, it's weird. I can open carry if I'm going fishing or hunting in South Carolina. Okay? I can open carry a handgun. If I'm doing that, and I've got licenses for that. So that's weird. I can also, Castle Doctrine extends to our cars, so I can carry a loaded handgun in my glove compartment or my center console, wherever I go.
Right.
And if a place says I can't bring any firearms into it, I just leave it in my car, because my car is my property, not theirs.
Well, in my state, I can, even if it has a sign that says no concealed carry, I can carry it in, and only if they notice it will. If they notice it, they can ask me to leave, and I have to leave. If I don't leave, then I could be held responsible.
Right. I mean, quite honestly, if they ask you to leave and you leave, I don't see any problem with that. You both resolved it peacefully. There was no problem. There was a problem that they didn't want you in there with it. But, if you leave and you don't come back, then what's the problem?
Right.
Right? Because obviously, if you leave, you're not going to go back there ever again anyways.
Well, I had a grocery store back in my hometown that I used to go to because it's so close to where I work. And I used to go there because they had a pharmacy. And if I had to refill prescriptions or whatever, I'd go in there. Well, about a year ago, I go to fill a prescription. I see a sign on their door that says, no guns. And so I promptly got in my car and I called and had all my prescriptions transferred to a competing pharmacy.
Yeah,
the one just concealed carry in there anyway.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, if you don't, the only people you're allowed to have guns are the criminals. Is that your intent? If it ain't the concealed carriers you're going to worry about, the legal concealed carriers.
Yeah, the legal citizens aren't the people you need to worry about. What you need to worry about is the criminals that aren't going to follow your damn sign one way or another. They're going to do what they're going to fucking do, regardless of whether you got a sign up, and regardless of how big that fucking sign is.
You know, if I was a criminal, just saying, if I was a criminal, I would look for a store that had one of them signs, and I'd think, well, I'm safe here.
Right?
I mean, that's basically what they're just inviting people to come in and rob the place.
And quite honestly, I hate to say this, but so are states that go and try and restrict guns from the American people. That's just openly telling our enemies all over the world that these are the most vulnerable places if you want to attack America.
Right.
Because the West Coast, I've literally written off the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington. I've written off those places. Quite honestly, I'd be the first to tell China, if you want to invade the United States, invade these places first because they restrict guns. You aren't going to get that much resistance as you would if you invaded the Southeast.
Absolutely.
You know, if you invaded the Southeast, whether they want us to fly the flag or not, there will be tons of rednecks with the Confederate flags fighting them off.
And big lifted trucks. Don't forget about those.
And big lifted trucks. AWAC, that reminds me, you've got a Super, right?
Yes.
Why haven't you lifted that Super yet?
I'm actually thinking about putting a 1-inch lift on it.
Well, just 1 inch?
Okay, hear me out.
Monster truck that thing.
I don't have that kind of money. I do plan on getting the decals for the 1988 Supra rally car and putting 1-inch lift on the front and the back and getting it's these tires that Yokohama makes. They're called AO34s.
Yeah.
It's basically the super aggressive gravel rally tire. And basically putting the decals on the car and getting the original spec light bar up front is going to look sick. Because most of the time, people with Supras, especially on the coasts and stuff, they like lower them and they look stupid. Whereas if you have something that's kind of high off the ground, it's a little more practical because in these city areas, these politicians just keep all the money for themselves and they have giant potholes everywhere. So if you have a car that has a little bit of height to it, it can just go right over those potholes.
Right. Let me catch up with the chat. Okay, the chat side, Scott is saying he just does the whole Social Security number on 4473 and he never gets delayed. I'm the same. I never get a delay once.
Yep, never gotten a delay.
Because I just say, here I am. Here I am. Come find me if you want to talk to me,
I did get delayed once, and that was for a speeding ticket. But the next day I had it and contested it, and I was like, yo, I wasn't even speeding. I was doing like 2 over.
Nightstryke, Nick C saying, Nightstryke, did you get that crag you were wanting? No, I've decided that I'm not going to find a crag, even one that's been chopped up to hell for under $700. So fuck that. I'll just get $1,000. So my goal this year is to get $1,000 first. So I'm working on that.
I can build you one.
$1,000?
Yeah, I know where they're selling part kits.
Is it legal? Can you build one with the bayonet lock?
Actually, I can because it has a traditional wooden stock.
We may need to talk off air. All right. Scott is saying, I want a PSA MP5. I do too.
I do too.
And DF2 is saying, what is the MSRP on the PSA 5? I don't know. He's asking, is it $1K?
$15.99.
And Scott Pacini is saying, don't care, want it.
I'm joking.
And the
I don't
Juice
know
is
how
saying,
much the PSA is.
The Juice is saying, fuck paying rifle top tier prices for pistol PWSs. All right. He's saying the PSA. Scott is saying PSA MP5 can't be more than a Zenith. It better not be, because if it's more than a Zenith, they're going to lose money on that. And PSA isn't about losing money. They're about making money by giving people affordable products. And if they're not going to give someone an affordable product, they ain't going to do it. I'm telling you right now.
Well, that's like when Taurus came out with that AR a year ago and priced it with MSRP of $1,100. Like, nobody's going to buy that. Nobody in their right mind is.
No, not when you can build a rifle for under $400, or you can buy one for $399.
I mean, you've got to fall into your niche. Now, Taurus knows pretty much in the handgun market, they are known for not necessarily bargain basement prices, but for the lower end of the market. If you're going to make an AR, you better put yourself in that same area of the market and not in the upper end.
Okay. Philo is saying, Jumpy, I'm sending in one of my 1911s to Wilson to get it converted to 10 millimeter. Okay, that's one way to do it. I'd rather just convert my 45 to 45 Super and be done with it, and still have. I would say it's 45 Super just as good as 10 millimeter.
I would
357 SIG. It's like a 9 millimeter on steroids.
Right. What else?
10 millimeter and 9 millimeter head of 80. That's 357 SIG.
What's the site? Scott is saying in his area the Zeniths go for like $1,600. That's rough. And AWAG was talking with him about pistol caliber carbines. Don't care. Philo says he's going to go with the new Ruger 9, California legal out of the box. I'll probably sell my 9mm AR. Okay. Link Hyrule is here. Hey, Link, how's it going?
Oh, I didn't even notice he was here. Hey, Link, what's up?
Jumpy's out there, too. RL Sewer's out there. Who else we got? Grandman. M1 part kits, where? See, we started talking about Garands, AWAG, and now Grandman just showed up. It's all your fault.
Boy.
It is all your fault.
I thought to summon Grandman, I thought I had to stand in front of a mirror and say Grand 3 times.
No, you just have to mention an M1 Garand more than 3 times in the chat. Either that, or you have to do the ping 3 times.
I do not.
And then he will appear.
The clips. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an old military surplus building that it looks like just an abandoned building, but it's a military surplus. Guy has like 4 parts kits left.
Scott, I've seen Krags around too, but I'm not paying $700 for a Krag that has been chopped up to pieces and that has been sporterized. That is, somebody is trying to pull one over on somebody. When if you have sporterized a Krag, I don't care how old or how long ago it was done, a sporterized Krag isn't worth any more than probably $230. And if they're trying to make $700 off of that, they can go fuck themselves. Never enough ammo style.
Well, I can tell you, at the gun show yesterday, I did get to handle the illustrious Glock 19X.
And how'd you like it?
It feels weird.
That lanyard loop, though, drives me crazy.
Yeah, it don't look right. It does not look right. Also handled the Ruger Security 9. A lot of the new stuff they had laying out there. It was pretty.
I heard rumors about this, but wasn't there a company there that made a left-handed M1A?
Why?
I don't know. I heard about it from the local gun shop that I went to yesterday. People were talking about it, and I'm just like, that's sort of dumb.
I think I know what company this is. It's not the company in New York.
6.5 Creedmoor M1 Garand. That just sounds like debauchery to me.
It's not LRB. They're in Long Island. I think it's Fulton Armory is the one that does the M14 semi-auto copies like the M1A. I think they do them in left-handed. Don't quote me on that. But either way, I'm just sitting here thinking, why?
All right. Let me ask you something, Nightstryke.
Go for it.
They had a Ruger AR-556 there for $490. Is that a good price?
I'd say that's a pretty good price.
That's pretty
even
decent.
Though it is a Ruger.
It's not the best, but it's a decent price.
That's an understatement.
Was it new or used?
It was new.
Do you know what configuration it was?
Not right off the top of my head, no.
It had the flip-up sights?
Yeah, I think so.
Did it have a regular stock on it, or did it have a weird stock on it?
Just a regular one.
Just a regular one? It was probably the 8500. I mean, $450 isn't a bad price because their MSRP on it is like $799. But in this market, who's going to buy an AR for $799 when you can?
I've seen them in the mid 500s a month or two ago. I hadn't seen them below 500 yet.
I mean, if you can get one for like 400 or like 425, that would be the sweet spot, I'd say.
Well, yeah, if they got that low, I'd do it.
But 450, yeah, it's a good price, but it could be better.
Not 450, 490.
Link, I don't care what Bond Arms is doing. I don't want it. I don't want it. Never enough ammo.
Never enough ammo is here.
Nightstryke, why you Quark? Because I can, yo.
Oh, Midnight Range is about to go live.
I've been on. Love you, baby cakes.
But yeah, we're about to get off here in a minute.
He said baby cakes. Yeah.
Who said that?
Midnight.
Midnight Range. The other Travis.
I'll be live momentarily. Yeah. Okay. So Midnight Ranges go live in a few minutes. So, go. You've got mail. I've got mail.
Never enough mail.
Never enough mail. Oh no. It's not important. But yeah.
Okay. I want to make a promise to you guys now. If I end up moving out of New Jersey, the second I leave my house for the last time, I'm going to do a death pop.
Can you do that in state?
No. But I'm just saying, the last time I leave my house for the last time, I'm going to do a death pop.
Get a cap gun and do it, because you'll probably be able to get away with that.
I'm pretty sure I can get away with it. But I don't know how long that's going to be. What?
Matt says he's buzzed, not drunk. No, he's not drunk. Give him like 5 minutes, then he'll be drunk.
Alcoholism is a disease, according to New Jersey, whatever they have, their institution. Alcoholism and addiction is a disease, apparently.
And also, according to New Jersey, everything that's un-American and not what this country stands for is okay. So, fuck New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're allowed to have weed.
I don't give a damn. If you're not allowed to have anything else but that's not worth it. I wouldn't trade weed for firearms.
Me neither.
I wouldn't trade weed for freedom.
Nah, me neither.
And anybody that would, you're not a gun person. So get the hell out.
No, you're not an American, so get out of our country.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Get, get out of my weed plantation.
Oh, God. I think we're about done. I think we've been running for an hour, haven't we?
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock now. I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to get some sleep. Yeah, Massachusetts, you can grow 6 plants per person, but you can't have any good guns. Well, there you go.
I want to have a whole farm field. That way I can sell the oils for cancer and make...
Yeah, no thanks.
I like what Never Enough Ammo said. We should all be able to smoke weed while drinking beer at the gun range shooting our full auto AK-70. Yeah, 47s. Motherfuckers.
Okay, Jackie Brown.
I love it. Never Enough Ammo, you get a gold sticker.
All I have to say, is America. Fuck yeah.
America. You're not being friends.
Shut up being infringed. See, it's funny when it's funny when Gary does it because nobody expects it from Gary because Gary is normally quiet.
Well, I do that so I can catch people off guard, see?
I know you do. That's why it's funny.
I may be quiet, but I'm constantly thinking. So you should be scared of the quiet ones. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm not the least bit scared of you. Don't take it that way.
You have to be scared of me.
Nah, everybody else tells me I need to be mean to you. It's like, no, everybody else is mean to Nightstryke. I want to be the odd guy. Somebody's got to do it.
All right, guys. I guess this is it. Thanks for listening to the Sunday ramblings of Nightstryke, Clovertac, Gizzard Gary, and AWAG 1000. So
yes, the very delusional AWAG 1000.
So with that, we'll see you guys next week.
Later. Bye, Felicia.
I have no idea.
Bye, Felicia.
I have no idea, but we'll be here. I don't know. Hold on.
He says, "Fuck you, Juice."
Hold on. I've got this one from Never Enough Ammo.
Go fuck yourself.
And I got this one from G-Webs.
Shall not be infringed.
So, do you have like a gun channel soundboard?
I've just got the sounds on my phone. I've also got hold on.
Could have right. Dano said you were right.
Oh, this is great. But seriously, we're out, guys. We'll see you
later. Tuesday night. Hit or miss. Damn it.
Hit or miss Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. And by the way, Matt, this one's for you, buddy. Robotech.